Hello. So today I'm going to do a very brief discussion as it relates to kind of things going on this month. I know people are struggling, and I know there's also people that are benefiting from spending time with one another. One of the things that we're celebrating or bringing awareness to in the month of April is, child abuse. And one, it's not a fun thing to discuss. But for me, I work with kids in foster care systems, CPS. I also work with kids that are incarcerated, and there's a big correlation between those two different groups of kids. Many of the kids I've worked with that are incarcerated have been through at least one or two different CPS cases. Kid at 14 or 15 that's had more than one, that's a challenge. And I want to talk about this subject and relate it to any other type of abuse. Abuse occurs in some ways, regardless of whether it's, me having an argument with somebody and losing my temper, or me doing a large amount of drugs, or me going out and gambling my money away. One of the things with any form of abuse, and it's similar to the same way we look at addiction, is it's this word we call displacement. Displacement occurs when event A happens and I respond with an unequal amount of frustration or energy. So I get fired from my job. I'm angry because now I have bills to pay. And instead of me putting that energy and focus in to trying to find another job, trying to find money to pay for those bills while I look for a new job, I take that out on people I care about, or I take it out on myself. And one of the things that causes displacement is I have a feeling and an emotion that is overriding this part of my brain, which allows me to think constructively. And one of the things you can do to minimize that from happening is just even going for a jog. Exercise is a great way if I'm dealing with anger or an emotion that I'm not really ready even to process. It allows me to at least get my heart rate down. It also helps me to get my brain waves focused on something else. Because when we use displacement, we take out our frustrations out on somebody else or on ourselves. So if I'm really mad and I chug a bottle of something to deal with that emotion, well, what's going to happen in the end is I'm going to wake up later with maybe a headache, maybe liver damage. Same thing with what this month is intended for. And I've dealt with abusers. That person who hurts the people they care about is not thinking in that moment, I'm hurting somebody I care about. They're displacing their emotion and it's coming out in an action. But if I don't learn to take hold of my emotions and think constructively, which is not easy to do, then I can make a decision that can affect the rest of my life off of really an emotion. If I'm mad about my job, if I'm mad about my bills, if I'm mad about whatever, losing my temper or making poor decisions is not going to remove that from my life. What it's going to do is add frustration and complexity to my situation. And so, my encouragement for you, if you're dealing with an emotion, and especially right now, there's a lot of emotions going on. You have people that are losing family members, people losing jobs, people getting sick, on top of the challenges that you were already dealing with before all of this came into your life. So you have multiple things all at once. My encouragement and my challenge for you and for myself is take hold of your emotions. Because emotions do not always equate to reality. But emotions can negatively affect your reality and your future. And I would rather your reality and future be based on the things you really want in life and not from circumstance. Thank you.